Hi friends, it's Lauren. Thanks for joining me in my craft room today. Happy Fandom Friday. I'm going to be using this Bear Shaker die set, which is a freebie at the time that this video goes up from scrapbook.com to celebrate SBC Fest. I have a few stamp sets that I'm going to be grabbing some random images from. I will have everything linked down below in my description box, but I will tell you what I use as I use it throughout this video. I'm going to be creating some Care Bears. When I saw the Bear Shaker die, I thought it would be fun to put a fandom twist on it for a Fandom Friday video. So I'm going to be using some bright colors from this rainbow smooth cardstock paper pack and do a lot of die cutting. I'm also going to bring in some white cardstock and some black from the Christmas paper pad to die cut all of my bears. I thought I had oval dies from scrapbook.com, but I didn't, so guess what's going on my wish list. But I am using the nested ghosts to kind of help me create some bear bodies. I know it looks kind of wonky right now, but trust me, it will work out. And I was originally going to make some shakers because this is, created to be able to make shakers. But when I was looking at all the pieces right here and kind of layering everything out, I thought they would be just cute as can be without making them a shaker. And I'm glad I did that because I'm going to end up putting all 4 of these giant Care Bears that I'm going to put together on one 5x7 card because I couldn't narrow down which ones I wanted to do, and I wanted them all on one card. I just thought it would be cute. So I'm channeling my inner Carrie Rhodes and making a giant card. So let's go and start with assembling one of our Care Bears. And I'm so sorry my camera is twisted. It's plugged in and apparently the cord was too heavy and it was making my camera tilt. That's what I've learned causes my camera to twist like this. So I'm in the process of figuring out how to get my cord to stop doing that. I think I just need to tie it down to my mount somehow, but I digress. I am adding the little kind of inner part of the ears to the bear head piece, and then I'm putting together the snout of the bear as well as adding in the eyes. I die cut them out of black cardstock, but I still wanted the really cute kind of colorful nose. I did have open a picture of Care Bears on my laptop while I was die cutting and building these together. So I didn't really grow up watching Care Bears or having Care Bears. I think that was just a little bit before my time. I was more of a Disney afternoon kid. But I just think they're so cute and I love just that they are so fun and the different images that are on their little bellies. So that's what I'm going to do for all of my bears. So I put together all 4 of my bears' cute little faces, and now I'm going to work on stamping the images that I want to be on the kind of tummy area of my bears, which will be the smaller white ghost cutout that I will trim down later to be more of an oval shape for the bear. Now, I did look up the names of the bears, so I believe this is Love-A-Lot, and Love-A-Lot has 2 pink hearts on the belly, so I'm using Simon Hurley inks and my Misty here to stamp the heart. So I'm starting with this really large heart, and this is from Sweetheart Stamp Set from scrapbook.com. And I'm stamping the larger heart in Rosy Cheeks, and then a smaller heart also from Sweetheart in a darker ink, which is Love Struck. For Funshine, I have the really pretty big sun from the Sunshine stamp set, and I'm stamping that in Shooting Star ink. Now there is a little smiley face on the sun, so I did find a cute little face from the stamp set Sweet Scoops, and so I stamped that with black ink. For bedtime, I'm stamping these moons and stars, and that's from the Trick or Treat stamp set. And for lucky, I have this little shamrock. I really wish it was bigger, but I have one little shamrock from the Lucky Gnomes stamp set. So again, I have all those stamp set linked below, but pick your favorite Care Bear and then go through your stash to see if you have some icons that can create your Care Bear's little icon on their tummies. So now that my stamping is all done, I'm going to glue my white pieces to the larger green. So these are a nested ghost die set, so they will fit evenly. They, scale in size. So I went ahead and glued all 4 of the white belly parts to the colored fur part, if that makes sense. I'm so good at animal anatomy for Care Bears. So that's what all 4 of them are going to look like. And this is when I realized that these are huge and they're not going to fit on an A2 card. But I didn't want to separate them out. I didn't want to make 4 cards. I thought, you know what? Let's go big or go home, and I'm going to make a 5x7 card. So I'm taking a sheet of letter cardstock. I trimmed an inch off from the 11 inches and an inch and a half off from the 8.5. So I have a 10x7. And then I scored on the 10 side at 5 inches, giving me a 5x7 card. Now, normally I like a white border around my cards. It's just what I'm into right now, but I have to fit 4 of these giant bears on this card. So I'm just going to not have a white border. I'm going to glue my bears directly onto my card base and do a little bit of layering as well with foam adhesive for the bears that will be more in the middle. But I didn't want a white background. I wasn't really sure. I dug through my pattern paper stash and it was nothing that I really liked. So I thought I would make some clouds on the card base itself. So I'm going to grab my Slimline Cloudy Stencils from Fawn, and I'm going to bring back in the No Diving ink pad that I used for my bedtime Care Bear, and I'm going to lightly blend on some clouds. Now you really only need about 2, or I only really needed about 2 to 3 inches of clouds, but I wasn't sure how everything was going to layer out, so I'm going to go a little further down than I need to, but just wanted to create a nice kind of cloudy scene that would peek from behind the top of the bears. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to use both sides of this larger cloud stencil and then both sides of the smaller clouds and just blend a nice cloudy background on the top of this 5x7 card base. I'm going to clean up my inky mess here and put away my ink pad because now it's time to start gluing everything together. So I wanted my 2 Care Bears with the larger images because they just felt more legit than my bears with the smaller images, especially my tiny shamrock. So my tiny shamrock for Lucky and my bedtime, they're going to go on the sides, and I'm going to have Funshine and Love-A-Lot be more of the center stars of the show for this card. So for the 2 bears on the edge, I'm going to use liquid adhesive to glue these down. So I'm only going to show myself adding glue for my first bear here on the left for Lucky because I'm going to just use liquid glue for bedtime on the right as well. So gluing the body down first and then gluing the head down. I know that they probably would have arms, but that's okay. We're just using our imagination for this card. So I have my Lucky Bear on the left and bedtime on the right. I definitely could have done some partial stamping because I know the moon is blue on his tummy, but the star is yellow, but I still think he turned out really cute. I love that star and moon design from the Trick or Treat stamp set. And then for Funshine, I'm popping that one up with my 1mm foam adhesive from scrapbook.com. And then Love-A-Lot, I'm using my 2mm foam adhesive. And I'm making sure to only put the foam adhesive where it will attach to the card base, not where it would attach to the Funshine bear, because then it would be uneven. So I did that to the body and then the heads, and now I'm going to use these large scissors just to trim off the excess of all of my bears that go past that 5x7 card front. And there I have my cute little Care Bears, and see, you can't tell too much that they don't have any arms, and I think they look really cute. But I thought it needed a little more cartoony feel, so I'm going to bring in my white Jelly Roll pen, and I'm going to add highlights to the nose. I'm going to add like little whites of the eyes, and then add a few lines and dots like I like to do just around the head and the body for my 2 bears in the front, just giving it again a more cartoony feel. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to want to add a sentiment. So I decided to bring back in the Sunshine stamp set and the coordinating die set, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to use. There's some really great ones, like I really wanted to do Sending You Sunshine, but it just would have taken up too much space, and I did not want to cover my bears up after spending, so much time figuring out how I was going to create Care Bears with my dies. So I decided to just stamp Thinking of You, and I used my VersaFine in Onyx Black, and I used the coordinating die, and that was stamped on white cardstock. And I'm using my 2mm foam strips, also from scrapbook.com, to attach that to the back of my sentiment. And I'll go ahead and get that centered as best as I can above my bears in the kind of cloudy background that I created. It took me a couple times to get that centered. It's a really large card. But that finishes off my Care Bear inspired card for Fandom Friday using the SBC Fest freebie from scrapbook.com. I hope that you had fun, seeing a unique way of using this die set and that you enjoyed this Fandom Friday episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!